Grillin', if you're in here still, give us a sound check. Music too loud or is it good? Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Mike's been going live the last couple mornings now on Patriot Tech. He's probably playing some of his bomb ass videos right now over there.
I think so. I sent,
so that's cool.
Mike and I, we're actually in the American Legion, and Mike and I are both in the American Legion. Ross on the Sons of the American Legion, and I'm in the Legion Riders, the motorcycle guy, and he's an honorary member. I don't think he rides, so if he had a bike, he would probably ride with him. Then he could be, because one of the rules is you have to, and at least at my post, you have to have a motorcycle. You can't be a member without a motorcycle, and you have to go on rides with us, right? So, that's the rule. Grillin', are we good? Talk to me, my man. Mowing hose.
He said, I think we're alone. Yeah, we got crickets today.
Well, all right. Well, then we'll have crickets, Miss Annie. I always look forward to talking to you on Friday before our weekend starts. See what we got cooking. And this is a hell of a weekend.
Right.
This is a long weekend, right? This is Labor Day weekend. So we got a lot going on,
and
right?
you know what?
What's your plans? What are you gonna do?
Football. Well,
You got anything heavy duty?
I'm not quite sure exactly. Probably some yard work.
Oh, that's always fun.
You know, we got the
Amy,
we
I'm
got
gonna
those
put up my picture, I'm
kayaks
sorry.
that
I'm gonna put up your picture. Hey guys, there's Miss Amy. There's me and Miss Amy. We're chilling.
yeah, you better show yourself too.
Hey, you know, I get to push the buttons back to Miss Amy, so I get to say what goes on screen.
I
And when I want to see Miss Amy on screen, all I gotta do is click this one button. And now you see Miss Amy. You can hear us both, but you only see her. And ironically,
Dude, you are looking so.
I have never created a screen that just shows me. It's either just you or me. But now I just isn't that weird? That's a mental issue, I guess.
That it is weird.
I have a mental issue, I'm sorry.
Hey, at least you're showing yourself now.
You'll never see me full screen video I ever put out. In fact, that
Why
one
is
video
that?
on mobile last week. Remember when I was outside?
Yeah,
That was entirely for
Huh?
my life. I was not digging on
it was great.
Well, I can't, you know.
It was great. We could all see your blue eyes. It was fabulous.
Well, that was natural lighting, right? my sad eyes. Did I have sad eyes?
You know what?
Or did they look serious?
You did. Your eyes. That's what you said. You sad eyes.
What are they sad?
Sandra's in house. Hey,
Today they're
Sandra. Is that why you're wearing the shades?
Yeah.
Busted.
Actually,
Busted.
honestly, you know, well, part of it. Not bad, right? You can see this eye is definitely red. It's always redder.
Hey,
But that only means I'm half stoned.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I can't see you at all. There you are.
Right.
Okay, now I see you. So let's get a sound check. Grillin said can't hear Watchful Warrior.
Oh, well, my mic is down. I can turn my mic up. How's it? Now my mic is at full giddy up, so hope you can hear me now.
Okay. So I wonder what's going on. There must be some stuff going on the tube.
Well,
That's okay. This is actually our first time to go live from Patriot Lounge on a Friday
yeah,
for the afternoon buzz
this
show.
is
'cause
quite
we've
exactly
been doing
right.
this from your channel.
Yep, we did. Yep,
But
now we're here.
But last night you did, yeah, here we are. Last night you did a show on your channel, and you had you had a pretty good crowd in there last night, didn't you?
Yeah, we had like over 40 people. I mean, not that that's like, you know, anything
Yeah.
huge, but for me it's
No, that was
kind
great,
of
though.
big,
That was good.
you know. We had a lot of great support, and the topic is
Neat.
important that we talked about. I mean, so there was some interest. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And I know it was about China, and I was really impressed with your special guest, Ashley, because you couldn't pay me. Like, if someone sat me down and said, we will give you $1 million to talk about China and trade wars, and put me on the spot, I'd flunk. I mean, there's no way that I have no knowledge on any of that. So, yeah, it was great to see Ashley she knew her stuff, didn't she? I was impressed.
Well,
I
thanks.
wasn't
You know
feeling
that.
too
And
good last night. I did.
well, I know. I'm sorry that you couldn't be there. I was looking forward to seeing you, because
Yeah, I wasn't
know.
feeling too good, and I was tied up with a few things at home. So
yeah, I know.
you know how that goes.
Yeah, I know that. The audience don't know that though. Everybody's got their, you know, things they got to get squared away and whatnot. Welcome, Miss Sandra. It's good to see you. Hey, you know what, Amy? Miss Sandra. I thought Miss Sandra was a mod for our. Oh, she's a mod on my channel. Never mind. I was thinking, how come she's
Yes.
not blue?
Well, I actually really want to throw Grillin a wrench, to be honest.
Well,
He has been
Square these guys away
longtime
then,
Patriot
Miss.
Hour.
Oh, I have to do it. Sorry.
But-
My bad. All right,
Yeah.
we will fix grilling.
I have no control. He don't.
I know, and you
I'm
know what? I
powerless.
forgot that I'm in control because usually I let the ladies drive. But I have to be reminded from time to time that
Yes, she was,
know.
Sandra.
Well, I don't want to. You know what? Part of the thing, Sandra, is this: is that Miss Amy has she and I had discussed how we want to handle the moderation and things, and Miss Amy had suggested that maybe we have some rotating mods, on different days. We'll unwrench and wrench people just for whatever
Okay.
reason, just to do it, just to give other people a chance to be a mod, right? And I thought that was a
Well,
friggin' fantastic idea. So I think we're going to continue on
Yeah,
in that.
it would be
So in other
fun.
words, anybody that gets a wrench may not have a wrench next week, and then they might have it back the week after that, and blah 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 blah. It just depends on what we're doing, right? So is that true or not, Amy?
Grillin said yes. Well, I was talking about doing that on my personal channel. I actually went through and took and unmodded everybody on my channel the other
Me
day.
too.
Kind of like what
You
Elle did.
unmodded me too?
And-
Oh my God, Amy, what am I gonna
No,
do?
I don't think I unmodded you. I think I kept you and Roots. Grillin's like, I don't know if I want this wrench. Well, why don't you go ahead and give Sandra
I think I gave. Didn't I
She's
put
an
it? I
awesome
put it
one.
on Sandra and on Grillin. Grillin's blue now. If Sandra
Oh, okay.
relogs, she'll be blue.
Okay. Grillin, you can do it, bud.
Don't be scared, Grillin. Guess what?
That's
Guess
okay.
what, Grillin? I got
We have
to be a mod on the Patriot Tech now, right? And now there's a lot of people,
Yeah.
and you got to look over more stuff. But you know what?
Mhm.
That's just part and parcel me. I mean, there's a lot of mods that really don't have to work all that hard, like probably the mods that we have in here now, just because we don't have a slew of people at the minute. But when we do
Yeah.
get a slew of people,
And that's the
hey, Woodman's in the house, Amy.
Yeah,
Woodman.
and Studio B's in the house. What's up, Studio B is in Germany. Isn't that right? Germany?
Yeah.
What's
Hey.
up, Woodman?
What's up, Studio B? And hey,
so-
Amy, Woodman just said, see, I can see the chat, I think, a little faster than you, but Woodman says he'll be with us
Yeah.
soon. He's watching the Patriot Tech, they're doing the video thing. So I don't know if
Yeah.
we have a user that could help maybe drive some people over here once he's through showing his videos or whatever, or go over there and say, hello.
What are they playing over there? I wonder what they're playing over there.
I don't know, but I bet you we might be able. No, I might. We can. You know what, Amy? My connection last night was not spectacular. We had some cloud cover in my
Was it
Wi-Fi,
not?
but right now my Wi-Fi connection is kicking ass. It's like full tilt.
Oh.
So
Didn't you get you got a refill or whatever, right? Your service kind of
well, yeah, I got my.
restarted?
Yep, it sure did. And so what I've gotten into the practice of doing now, because it's I'm not a professional live streamer, quote unquote. Like, I've only done a few shows, and I think you've been with me on all the shows that I've done, other than last night's, right?
Really?
So yeah, I
Wow.
think so. I don't have any knowledge. Well, no, I did one outside in my yard the other day by myself, but I think you've been at all of them. If you weren't either on screen, you were in the audience. So you know how long that's been, so it hasn't been long. So it isn't like I've been doing this for a year, like American Joe or Mike or anybody else, right? I'm a noob.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
fresh
you're
noob.
doing great. I think great.
I'm trying, Miss
Hey,
Amy.
what's up, we got Tubi in the house, and today he's with us as Tubi.
We
He's
got.
been hanging out with us as Error.
I know, right? He's
Now
got a
he's
couple of
here
names.
back
He's
to
also
speak.
Grim. We got Eldon Gammels. You know
Welcome.
Eldon Gammels.
Welcome, Eldon.
How do we know you, my
No,
friend?
who's that?
Can you? Amy,
Good
Sandra.
morning.
Can you hear the music? Can you hear Amy? Can you hear me? Sound check.
Sound check.
Oh, Miss Amy's on the screen now. I'm hiding out in the background, Miss Amy.
Don't mind me.
So,
We'll
Miss
make
Amy,
some funny faces sometime.
other than yard work,
Yes.
I mean, come on, girl. This is a long weekend. Other than yard work, what else are you going to do? Surely it's not yard
To
work
be
all
honest,
weekend. Doesn't all work and no play make Amy a dull girl?
yeah.
Yeah, right?
But you know what? Sometimes it seems kind of like my days just kind of all run together, and I think that like when you're a stay-at-home mom, it can kind of feel like that because I don't have, I'm not like at work all week and then I have my weekend off. It's just kind of like all one big, one
Right.
big day. But not that I am a huge football fan, but football is going to be kicking off this weekend. Alabama's going to be playing on Saturday, so that's a pretty big deal around here. For me, I just think it's a good excuse to grill out and, maybe have some family over and just chill out,
Absolutely. That sounds fun.
something like that. So, but
Hey, Disabled Vets Perspective, what's up? Welcome to the show, my man.
DVP. Welcome, brother. I was checking you out last night on Tony Patriot's show. It was a great panel.
Yeah. I was
Last
in there
night on
too.
Tony.
I like,
So how many?
say what, Miss Amy? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, on my end, it shows 2 people in the chat, but I'm pretty sure we have at least a couple
No,
more than
we
that.
got more than that. We've got 7. My See, when you live stream like this, I get a little statistic counter. It tells me the chat rate, playbacks. It tells me the average view time. It tells me how many concurrent users. So it tells me a few things. It tells me I have 7 people watching, but only 3 likes. So half of y'all hate me.
Thanks, Grillin.
It's good to see you,
Grillin,
Disabled
one
Vet.
thing you can do, Grillin, I will train you to be the best mod on the block.
Seriously, dude.
If
She's
you want-
been whipping me into
No,
shape
Grillin, that's-
since spring. Finally, I get a wrench in an important place. Amy, I lost your video.
Oh, no.
There you go. You're back.
How
Welcome
about
back.
now? Can you see me now?
Welcome back.
Okay. I had a phone call coming in. I'm using my phone, you guys. I'm using my phone as my camera, so I guess when I get a call coming in, it's going to cut my video out.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Hey,
Um,
one day we're going to get you hooked up much
it's
better,
the
though.
law.
We're going to get you set up so sweet. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
But you know what? My phone is,
Yeah, I'm
is
looking
one of my
forward to
best
getting-
cameras. I shoot all my video. All the video that I do in my videos? I do that off my camera.
Uh-huh.
All of it. I mean, it's 4K resolution. And that's pretty damn good for a phone. And I've got a ginormous gigabit, chip in it. So I can hold, like, tons of video and stuff, right?
Wow.
So, I mean, my phone is a viable option. I mean, they're not... In fact, Miss Amy, I think a lot of phone technology camera is better than actual camera technology, to be honest.
Yeah. It
So.
seems like it. I mean, I can take better pictures with my phone than I can my big clunky camera that I've had for several years.
Right.
So,
Well, you look fantastic.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't do the audience true justice of your beauty.
thanks.
I'm sure the audience would agree.
Oh,
So you've got a little bit of yard work to do, and you're going to chill and watch some football, and you're going to get it going on like that. Have a little liquid refreshment, I'm sure.
probably pop a top or 2. Yeah. We actually really need to get in our pool, and the pump for our pool quit working, so that's always fun. So, got to get that fixed.
Yeah.
But, how about you? Have you been swimming in your pool much?
You know what? Let me tell you the God's honest truth is I've had my pool up since spring, and I haven't swam in it once. Not once.
I have not.
I'm on my
either.
kids, Amy. My kids are my pool boys, right? It's a daily chore for them to get any leaves out of the pool, vacuum the pool, change the, like I use chlorine tabs in mine to maintain the pH, so it stays, good. The water is crystal and it's nice. But I have them change that. I mean, I keep them boys working.
No.
You don't play here, buddy. You are my pool boy. And guess what? I haven't used the pool once, and I've maintained that standard the entire summer. But they can swim in it whenever they want. I just haven't yet. But I will, and guess what? I'm going to bring the people on my mobile device with me. What we're going to do, we're going to go in the pool. We're going to go for a little dip in the pool. Then
Fun.
I'm going to go over and pop the smoker, and you can check out what old Watchful Warrior's got smoking. Then we're going to walk over to my gun table.
Oh.
We're going to pick up my new gun, which I'm hopefully going to be getting today. In fact, I need to call the better half and have her check the gun store, because I'm after a SIG M17. It's a sweet pistol, and they're rare and they're hard to get. So I'm trying to get that finagled.
Awesome.
So that's going to be sweet. It's another nice.
Well, I hope that works for you.
Well, I hope so, because you know what, Amy? The military just adopted the Sig Sauer M17 over the Beretta and over the Glock and over a couple of other competitors. So I've been a big SIG fan for years. I have a bunch of SIGs, and they're, super high quality weapons. A lot of police forces use SIG. Military now use SIG. I mean, they've really, become an industry standard. So, and I'm glad the rest of the world is catching up to my way of thinking, is what I got to say about that.
Well, I am checking out the chat here. So we've got Grilling, Disabled Vet's Perspective, who I think some folks call him DVP. Got Sandra with us. Not sure if Tubi is still here or not, or Eldon. But yeah, Sandra, I will definitely help you out with that. I actually really just learned how to start dropping links myself. But it's pretty easy. So what are y'all going to be doing this weekend?
That's a great question.
What you got going on? Disabled Vet said, I have to get my gun from the gun doctor today. I need a new firing pin. I've missed it while it's been gone for a month. Yes. Grillin said a SIG is out of his price range.
Yeah.
Are they pretty expensive?
You betcha.
I don't know too much about yeah.
Amy, you know what?
They must be worth.
Miss Amy, you know me pretty well, right? I would say.
Right.
And I don't have junk anything, right? I don't believe in junk. I don't buy junk, and I buy American 100% of the time. Especially when it comes to quality items like, expensive things, right? And SIGs are one of those things that are expensive. They're not a cheap firearm, right? My most expensive SIG is $3,500. My middle of the road SIG is about $1,500.
Wow.
And the SIG I'm getting ready to buy, which is a pistol, M17, that's going to be about $1,200. So as far as guns go, those SIGs are, they're expensive because they're good. That's why. Right? And you wouldn't want America's Finest to have anything but the best. Is that right, Miss Amy? Your Marine co-host, you want him well armed and well armored and well horsed. Right?
Okay, so Grillin said he's going to be grilling. What you going to be grilling? And Sandra said she's going to be doing some autumn cleaning. DVP said he's going to be getting ready for the hurricane.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be a long week. So what? Somebody update me on that. What is that? What's going on with that? I've heard
I know. You know what? I know a little bit about that, Miss Amy, and there's a lot of friends of the channel that are going to be impacted by that. People like Knights Armory, people like our friend here, Vet, as well as Daniel Bird from the other channel, from Patriot Tech.
Danielle.
Yep, she lives down there, and she's doing some stuff with it. And so we have a lot of friends, Floridian and Southern friends, that are going to get impacted. And I myself is going to get impacted because depending on where it hits, because that's the thing. Hurricanes are unpredictable. Fact of it is, right? And they twist and turn, go this way, that way, and you never know where they're going to end up or how strong they're going to be. But usually by the time they get to me, they're blown out. But I'm going to have tropical storm level, rain and stuff. So that might affect you and me as far as broadcasting goes. But it is what it is.
I know it always affects me here.
Oh, sure. We're going to get clouds. These hurricanes produce cloud cover at different levels, right, up into the atmosphere. And so some of those clouds that they have, affect regions like yours and mine that are not actually in direct contact with this thing. You know what I mean? We're still going to get some cloud cover and rain and all of that, and the pressure will be low. It'll be a low pressure area. You can always tell when you have a storm or a tropical depression. If you have a barometer, right, it will start to drop in pressure. Right, you'll see it. The millibars will start to decrease. Right, that's just a little scientific stuff for you. But barometric pressure is important to actually be able to get a reading on. Do you know about that measurement, Miss Amy?
I feel like I've heard about it, and I think that isn't there like some websites that you can go on and you can follow? The word just left my mind.
Well, weather.
Pressure.
Well, there's weather. There's yeah, absolutely. But you know what? That's
the what was the word?
What?
The B word, pressure. What was it?
Millibars?
No, you were just talking about the pressure. It begins with a B.
Barometric.
Barometric.
Yes, barometric pressure. That when storms in areas of low depression move into a region, the barometric pressure drops, and you can watch it drop. It's a numerical calculation. You can see it fall. And a lot of weather, people have those things they hang on their wall, like little weather things. It tells the temperature outside. It's got like a little probe. I have one, like a digital one. You hang it out the window, and it tells you, blah, 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 and, temperature usually. But if you have a good one, it tells you a whole bunch of stuff, like wind direction, barometric pressure. It'll tell you percent of humidity. It'll tell you...
Now, did you get that? Did you get that?
I bought it at the store. You can buy them. Yeah, it's like a little weather thing. Yeah. But also, I have one that's... Go ahead, Miss Amy. I can't hear you. You know what? I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit more if I can.
I wanted to say hi to Pete the Patriot, who's in the house.
Right on, Pete.
And Dangerous Freedom. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, man.
Let me see here.
We got Jeff.
Dangerous Freedom said that. And Jeff, hey Jeff. Dangerous Freedom said that his AR build cost him under $500, and the additions add up. Yeah.
Oh, you bet.
That's cool.
You bet, my friend.
And Sandra said that she loved your gun video the other day, Watchful Warrior.
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Grillin said he's doing porterhouse steaks and another brisket. Ooh, yum.
Hell yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I think I might be smoking some
yes.
chicken. I'm not sure yet, though.
Yeah.
So the smoke will be going for sure.
Really good.
That's all I'm doing, guys.
I love smoked chicken.
Oh, you know what? I like smoked chicken and Caesar salad, Miss Amy. Right?
Oh yes.
Hell yeah. So that's how Watchful rolls. We sound. Keep speaking this, Amy. I'm trying to. Is everybody hear Amy clear? Music and everything, or is it just me struggling to hear Amy?
Can you hear me? Barometric. That's what Grillin said. Thank you, Grillin.
Oh, was that from you?
I'm a little bit behind here.
Was that from you, Dangerous? Like, it doesn't say what your name is. Are you the guy who gave me for my did you title the donation for my ammo supply? Was that you? I mean, I got your real name, but it doesn't tell me who. Like, I got some donations last night, Miss Amy, and the users' names don't come up. Awesome. It's their actual real names, right? So, one of them was titled, for your ammo collection, and I thought that was pretty badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, man. I was loving it, man. That tickled me pink, because I've never actually earned money before. But me and you have on the Patriot Lounge. We earned money last week. So
that was pretty amazing. We had we had a donation.
Hey, Miss, your mom's in the house, Amy.
We had a PayPal. Hey, Mama. We're just hanging. Oh, Dangerous Freedom said his name is Ron. Call him Ron.
Okay, Ron. Right on, my man. But yes.
So, what's going on in the world, you guys? I've retreated back into my bubble, and I don't really know what's going on. I know, shoot, what do I know? Not much.
Yeah, what do you guys know?
Gorilla
I know too much.
Do you spatchcock it? What does that mean?
Spatchcock it.
Spatchcock?
Never did a chicken. Do you spatchcock it? I don't know what the word of it is, my man, but I take a metal rod and I insert it into the rectal area of the chicken bird proper. I grease that baby up with some rub, and I set it on top of the grill and let the goodness of the smoke penetrate the meat till it becomes a tasty treat. And that's what I do.
Yeah, we need to get some meat out for sure. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, the world. Amy, Dangerous. Dangerous just said.
My husband does.
Oh, does your husband like to smoke?
What's that?
Do you like to smoke?
Oh yeah, he smokes. I just like to watch him smoke.
Oh really? Oh, it isn't like that's much to watch. I mean, it's just a bunch of smoke pouring out of a metal drum.
Well, I mean, I just like the whole feel of, especially now we're gonna be moving into the fall season, autumn, and so the weather starts to cool down, and it just gives you that nice feel when you got the smoker going and you can smell the meat.
Oh yes.
Smoking and the smell of the smoke. It's just a nostalgic feeling that I like.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those things you'll always remember. Like one of those simple things that is just like a gift.
Well, you know what?
One of those wonderful things.
Right now, Miss Amy, this is the time when smokers, historically speaking, should be rolling. People at this point in time usually are stocking up for their winter supplies, which means preserving meat. Because all game, everything's harder to get in the winter. But, because of, hunting regulations and bullshit like that, the Native Americans would already be hunting by now, through this month in October, getting things squared away, for November, December, right? So now would be the time to start smoking and preserving your meat, salting it, and I don't mean refrigeration. I mean, you and I talked about, so my plans include, but aren't limited to, primitive survival techniques like smoking your food, salting your food, even burying your food in the ground, right? A lot of techniques to do it, but any way to preserve your food that doesn't require electricity is what you're going to be left with. That's the bottom line to that. So if you ever wanted to delve into like smoking or learn about it.
I have no idea how to do that.
Well, smoking is just like what you're doing now. What the Native Americans used to do is after they used to smoke their meat, they used to actually hang it up high in the tree so the bears and stuff couldn't get to it. So they would tie poles off at the top of trees, right?
Wow.
And put their meat and their carcasses like, they didn't butcher things up like we do, into different things. They used to just like smoke and deal with the entire carcass or a quarter of it and tie it up in a tree high so nothing could get it. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you've got all the critters after it, so... But yeah, I love smoking, and I use mesquite, I use oak, I use pecan, I use apple wood when I can get it, for all different types of meat. So I use different variety of wood. So there's actually an art form to it, Miss Amy. It's badass.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And real men take that smoking seriously. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We don't play. I don't cook over propane. Propane is not my.
No.
Not propane is for losers. If you cook over propane and you call yourself a man, you're a sad excuse. You need to get it on with the wood and the
Salt
charcoal, my man.
grind, salt grind and hang it.
Yep.
Silver Wolf said, "Yeah, I'm pulling my bike with me. Wish I could ride it. What's going on with your bike, Silver Wolf? But I have to take a cat, hybrid dog, a bird, and a whole bunch of tools, so I don't think that all will fit on the motorcycle." Oh, I see. Okay. He's talking about his motorcycle. So,
Yeah, you gotta pack light on your bike. I mean, you can't take too many accoutrements. But you could, if you're so inclined, and if you really wanted to do it, you could build your own smoker in the woods out of wood. You know. And if you live in the South, man, Palmetto, I used to make them. Yes, Miss Amy, you're breaking up a little bit on me, dear. I'm sorry. Your audio sounds like it went out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So smoking the meat actually preserves the meat to where you don't have to refrigerate it?
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yep. But it can't be. Now, the truth of it is that there's a difference between what we would use as smoked meat and how you really need to smoke it to make it preserved, right? Like it has to be a penetrating smoke that goes from, you know, back to bone all the way through, right? And that requires what's called a smokehouse. The Indians used to have a smokehouse too, right? And they used to just basically keep the meat in these smokehouses that had a constant fire running, right? So it's not so much about what we do today. Like what we do today is we smoke meat on the smoker, like what I do for flavor, and then I consume it, right? To smoke it for real, though, you need a smokehouse, right in the ground with a pit fire running like all the time, keeping a bellows of smoke over all that meat, right? That's what that's about. So don't confuse the two, right? What we do now is we smoke for flavor, right? But if you needed to do a proper smokehouse, I mean, you know, that's some work, and you got to roll it into your maintenance routine, right? Of going out and feeding the fire, feeding the fire, you know, and that kind of thing. So there's a bit of work to it, is what I'm saying. You feel me, Miss Amy?
Yes. That sounds really awesome. I think it would be awesome to have a smokehouse.
Hell yeah. I don't have one.
Silver Wolf, this is interesting. Silver Wolf said that he made a smoker out of an old fridge.
Hell yeah.
Very cheap. Wow.
When I was in Boy Scouts, we used to actually, in Florida, we used to catch mullet with a cast net. And we would go out, all of us are in our platoon group, or, you know, our scout unit. We would go out, use our cast nets, pull in mullet, and then we would put them in refrigerators that we turned into smokers. We would smoke the meat and then sell the mullet for $3 a piece. And man, we used to roll in the money. We had some excellent gear because smoked mullet is a delicious and tasty treat. I don't know, have you ever had it, Miss Amy?
What is that? No, I was going to ask.
It's a fish.
What is that?
Smoked mullet is mullet's a fish. They swim in a. You never heard of mullet? Well, it's a southern thing. It's like boiled peanuts.
Okay.
It's one of those kind of things, right? You know about those, right?
I love boiled.
Hell yeah, that's like my favorite.
Yes, I love it.
And you know what else is good? Smoked mullet. But it's hard to get. You got to know what you're doing to catch them. You got to be in the right place. But they swim in kind of like big schools, and they'll swim by you at different times. And if you get it with a cast net, you can get like 20 or 30 of them in a pole if you can time your throw right. You know, and when you got hell yeah, man, it's awesome. That's how real men fish, by the way. We don't fish with poles. We fish with nets. We throw nets, and we catch all kinds of stuff.
Dangerous Freedom said he used to rock a mullet.
I used to have a mullet myself, dude. That's funny as shit.
Dude, I got to see those pictures. Silver Wolf, he said he was going to be posting pictures of him and his motorcycle in Times Square eating a hot dog. Oh, that's cool. Silver
right on.
Wolf, you need to make a video and show us your Smoker. That would be awesome to see.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to see that. Silver Wolf. Elvin, you're still with us. What's up? He said they used to have a smokehouse. That's cool. So, what was I was gonna ask you something, Watchful.
Yes, ma'am.
If I can remember what it was.
Well, you're on screen right now. I'm going to go get another beer, and then hold that thought there, Missy, and I'll be right back. Yeah. But you know what, Miss Amy? We have to actually get our mods trained up so they can drop links to our other friends' channels and things we want them to be aware of. So we need to get our mods squared away at that level. Isn't that right there? Our new mod friends? Amy, I think I made you a mod too, right? I forgot to do that the other day because I was confused and scared doing live streams, but not so much today. Ha! I can definitely drop a link. It's just last time when I'm in this screen, I was having a hard time getting out of it. So, well, we don't want that.
But I'm pretty sure I can figure this out. Let's see here. Dangerous Freedom says he loves the background music.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you Dangerous Freedom can drop links. Yeah, we definitely don't need to add any more mods at this point because our whole chat is mods.
Well, that's because this is the posse right here, Amy. It's you and I and the posse. That's who our mods are. Our mods plus us make the posse. The truth posse.
You know who we're missing? Where's Sabretooth Cat Bird Song?
Oh, he's probably sleeping.
He might be over there.
He's probably sleeping one off. He might have tied one on. He might be sleeping one off.
He might be hanging at Patriot Tech.
Well, I know.
I'm gonna go over to the Patriot.
You go over there and tell them people to come over here.
I'm gonna go see what's up.
We can watch movies anytime.
Come over to our place and hang, man. So fluid port. Oh, I can see. Oh yeah, I can see everything. I'm over here. Chris Stockton's over there. What is he doing? I haven't seen him in forever. Anyway, sorry. Chris Stockton. Where have you been? Yeah, he's got a good little crowd over there, which is cool.
Sweet.
So, did you go ahead and get your drink?
No, I'm going right now.
Did you go get your drink?
No.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna put you back up there, and now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna collect all these beer bottles, and maybe I'll have something interesting to show you guys when I come back. Other than Miss Amy.
Yes.
She's more than enough interesting to look at, so we're just gonna keep her right there. Y'all. What am I gonna do with them? You know I'm an ass buster, Miss Amy. Come on now. Right? You know how I am.
Yes. Cracking me up. Now I have to, guys. Now I'm trying to get back to Patriot Lounge, and I can't find us. I'll find us. So yeah, I wanted to. I was going to ask Watchful about. I had watched just a little bit about Space Force, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So that sounds like they're going to be creating like a Space Force, like adding it maybe as another branch of our military. Am I right? I could be wrong. Let me see what y'all are saying.
You were absolutely correct,
you.
though. About Space Force? Hell yeah.
Yes.
Nope, you are right on.
So what's up with that?
Well, what do you mean? What's up with it?
So what does that? What is it? I don't know.
What does it mean? What does it all mean?
What is that? Yeah.
Well, it means that we have a new branch of the military. So in addition to the Marine Corps, hoorah, the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, we now have a new branch called Space Force. Welcome aboard, mofos. And that's for our military forces to expand into the outer reaches of the system, is what that's about.
Wow.
For whatever reason, either to dominate. Yeah, either other countries on this planet are making a push outside of the boundaries of Earth, and we want to maintain pace, and or other threats are identified, or exploration purposes. But these guys are doing it to the point of a whole entire another military branch, so you have to take it serious. I mean, we're past the point of like...
That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing? Well, guess what? You just lost more of your tax dollars because this shit is not cheap, okay? Space machines and ray guns and laser beams and space suits, that shit is expensive shit, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know.
That's what I was imagining.
Just so you know. Keeping it real, right? So, what do you think about that, Miss Amy?
That's what I was imagining.
What do you think about Space Force?
Kind of blows me away.
Well, this shit's been going on for a minute now, girl. Where you been? I mean, honestly, like, I've known about it for quite a while, but that's just because that's my thing.
I haven't.
You know, I'm all about...
I stay busy. I don't stay on top of the news and like I should. I'm working on it and try to keep myself more in the know.
Right.
But yeah, it's just not something that I pay too much attention to, I guess. Hey, put you on the screen too. Why am I?
Well, I am. I'm back now. Oh, I'll show you a little tool. I promised I'd show you some cool shit. Anyway, that's my beer.
Yeah, show us something.
This little thing right here. You see that? The small little device, right? This is if I'm not mistaken, this is a Gerber. It's a small little clip-on multi-tool. It's like a little miniature tool. It has like knives on it, like right there. There's the blade. The whole back here, you might be able to see it better in the light. But there's this blade. There's also like a little screwdriver head, a nail file, right? It's got like a couple of like little attachments, right? It's kind of small. It's got some functionality, some utility. It's lightweight. It's got a bottle opener on this end that doubles as a carabiner right here. So you can like click it in. And one of the cool features about this is that the blade actually locks. It has a locking blade. A lot of smaller little multi-tools like this one, the blades don't lock, but this one does. So you can actually get a good purchase on it.
That's adorable.
It's badass. It is adorable, Miss Amy. And then you can
I want that.
I know you do. I know you would like my
that
toys.
Is so cute. I like your toys.
You like my toys, Miss Amy? Wait till you see my SIG. I can't wait to see my new SIG. I'm going to love that shit.
Hello, Lioness61.
Hello. Lioness, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling here.
And Silverwolf said, love the glasses.
You love them? Silverwolf, you know what kind of glasses they are.
It's an excellent...
what?
Excellent addition to the Friday afternoon. There's James. Hey, James. Thank you for your donation, you sweetheart.
Yes, thank you.
James Rohrback's.
James bought us a beer last week. He's the man. Because we're at the lounge, so it's okay to buy your lovely co-host Amy a beer.
We be lounging.
So, Amy, you like that toy, did you?
Dangerous. Yes, that is so cute. It's so compact and small, but yet it has so many great features.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's a Gerber.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody who's actually interested, just hit me up. I'll send you some details. But that was just a little show and tell is all. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, these
I was
glasses.
like, oh, so what do you drink?
These glasses. These are Oakleys, as you might imagine.
Wow.
And they're, I don't know.
Nice.
I know they're expensive though. I think they're actually called.
Yeah,
what are they
it's
called? Are
super-
these a flak jacket? These might be what's called the flak jacket. I don't know, but I do like them.
I've never had a pair of sunglasses that were over like $20.
Really?
And I think one day I'm going to invest in a really nice pair of sunglasses. Maybe once my little girl's grown, and well, I can't really blame her for breaking any of my sunglasses.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
It's
Well,
probably
Miss Amy, look
small,
at like.
but
Let me.
one
I'll
of these
show you.
days I'll get a nice pair.
Here's the thing about these, right? These are actually all metal. They're lightweight alloy metal. Okay.
Oh wow.
The lenses are actually shooting glass lenses. They're high contrast, right? That's why they're fire orange, right? So these actually give me good contrast, and they're really designed that those orange lenses are fantastic for shooting. Since they're Oakleys and they're good quality, they'll stop projectiles and protect your eyes really well. And since they're metal, I can wear these on my motorcycle and they won't blow off my face. If you wear some cheap plastic shit from China, they'll blow right off your face, right? But these are metal, so these things stick right to my head like glue. So that's why I like them.
They look very nice.
Yeah, but those will set you back, though.
Show and tell.
Yeah, man, we're doing show and tell. Why not? I'll give you all something to think
Hey,
about.
why not?
Something you should spend your money on. You know, Amy, I've had actually excellent quality glasses for like a long time. I've always believed, there's a few things I believe in philosophy-wise, is like my protection layer, like my glasses, my shoes. I want high-quality stuff I walk on, stuff I have to look through, right? Even things I have to touch, like gloves.
Yeah.
I don't buy cheap gloves. I have good gloves, right? So I protect those things. And then if we go to a different way, like my beds that I sleep in, high quality. You know, I don't sleep on junk mattresses that's going to screw up my back because I'm in the bed all the time, right? The other thing I don't do is I don't buy cheap tires for my car, right? I always roll on the best rubber I can afford, right? Just because it's that important. I want to sleep good. I want to ride good. I want my feet to feel good. I want my eyes to see good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I believe in. So that's where,
I'm like that too.
you know what I mean? That's where I invest the higher percentage items of what I have is in those areas to make sure they're squared away. What do you think? How are you? What's your philosophy?
I would rather have like one high quality something. Well, for me, I have like one really nice leather purse that I've been carrying for like 5 years.
Right.
Versus, you know, a bunch of other junk purses.
Right.
Same thing, like a nice pair of boots, leather boots, versus, you know, 5 pairs of junk boots. So yeah, I'm right there with you.
Well, you know what? I love your purse. Remember your purse you showed
love
me?
my purse.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
I want it, Amy. I'll trade you my multi-tool for your purse. I'm not even kidding you. I'll do it. I swear. I love that purse. Y'all ain't seen Amy's purse, man. It's badass, dude. In fact, Amy,
Yes, it's
yeah, that would go really
a
nice with some of
brown
my
leather.
gear. With fringes on it. It's awesome.
I like me fringe.
I like the fringes.
Hey, you have a nice bag too, though. Watchful.
Oh, my EDC?
A cool bag that you.
Yeah, I do.
Tell us about your man purse.
Oh, wow. I should probably just show you my man purse.
Show us your man
You
purse.
know what? There's a philosophy behind that too, Amy. You know, and it's taken a long time for me to work it out. But now that I've arrived and I've used it for several years, it's really changed a lot about my travel method and my ability to take with me what I need. It's really fundamentally changed that, and it's not so much the things that I carry, but the principle and the way that I carry it, which makes it good for how I am. I mean, it may not work for everybody, but it works for me.
Right.
You know, and I think it would work for you.
Well,
honestly. But my shit,
it would
like,
work.
you know, your shit has class, like the nice fringe leather, and mine is ballistic nylon, you know, bulletproof, you know, kind of materials and stuff. So it's a different absorb altogether, right? It's not, you know, denier and is, you know, ballistic type grade. It isn't bulletproof, right? You know, bullet will punch right through it, but it's black and it looks good on my armor.
Christy. Hello, Christy.
Oh, Chrissy.
We got Spoon in the house. Hey, Christy. Thanks for joining us, hon. We watched. James called it a merce.
A what?
A merce. That's funny. Sorry. A merce. I think that's funny.
Well, I can grab it real quick. Actually,
Good.
we might even want to save the EDC for another day because it is so cool. I'll show you something else, though. I got something else.
To have a full show.
Well, since we were just doing show and tell,
What else
and
can you show us?
we're chilling here with our audience. In the upcoming week, I'm going to be shooting some video and stuff on, and we're going to be talking about tactical carry options for your weaponry, right? How to tactically carry, you know, shotguns, submachine guns, and full-size carbines, right? How can you do it, and how can you do it in style, like how I do it, is what you're going to want to do. So I'm going to make some videos about that.
Yeah.
But what I'll show you right now, just because I have it sitting here in my lap, and I'm tired of having it sitting here, I want to throw it on the floor. Let me see if I can show you this. Hold on. I'll explain what it is. But since I don't
Nice silver bowl.
know if you guys can see this bag. This is a shotgun carrier, right? The shotgun slides down that sleeve, and one side has a strap on it, right? Right here, the shoulder strap.
Nice.
And then on this back side, here you have pals that you can attach it to usually your belt, or even a piece on your, you know, plate carrier right here. And it has another set down here on the backpack. Now I have, on this one, I have my bayonet, because my shotgun takes a bayonet. That's an M7 bayonet. Now if I flip this shit over on this side, what I have over here is these two pouches, this one and this one. These carry my shells, just like that. Whole bunch of shells.
Nice. Wow.
So I have two of those, plus what loaded in the weapon at the moment. So my shotgun is set up for a grab and go. I can grab this entire carrier that usually houses this shotgun right here. That's a Mossberg 590. Exactly same thing the SEALs use and
Nice.
the Marines use, right? It's got a laser built into it. Picatinny rail, I can put lights on it, whatever I want. This is where the bayonet goes, right here. It hooks right on here. There's the bayonet lug. It's got the heat shield on it, this whole side. So when you grab it, you can grab it anywhere on here, and you won't roast your fingers or burn your hand, because the barrel gets hot when you use it, right? It's got a 10-round magazine.
Wow.
Right here, 10 round, pump action. It's a long slide, right? The receiver. I mean, this part's standard shotgun, but just at the shotgun level, I have a reload, a 6-shot reload of shells built right on. I put it right on the platform, plus what I carry with me. So, if in fact I get separated from my bag, which I hope I don't, I still always have a backup bunch of ammo, right? And
Wow.
so that's that
That's bad.
piece
That's
of
bad.
it.
Oh,
Hell yeah, girl. Now here, I'll put, what I'm gonna do is
bad. Oh,
I will show you guys how to mount this M7 bayonet. That's a sweet blade, right? It's double-edged dagger. These are good to fight with in your hand. They're good as a basic utility. You're not going to be chopping through trees with this thing, but you know what I mean? It's not designed for that. It's got a nice, like, hard plastic handle. That's right. Now, I'm not going to fiddle with the chamber of the weapon, because You know what? The weapon is loaded. And guess what? I'm not going to unload it just to fucking play show and tell. Oh, I'm sorry. I said a cuss word. And that's all there is to that. See how it snaps right on there? It's locked. What do you say about that, Miss Amy?
Wow.
What do you think?
That's super cool. I definitely would not want to mess with you. That's for sure.
Look at that.
You're
That's the
ready,
bomb. And you know what that's for, Miss Amy?
That is.
That's for CQB. Like when you get within stabbing range, you're going to get stabbed. You're probably going to get shot and stabbed, but you're definitely getting stabbed. For sure. And when you run out of ammo,
Nice.
guess what? I have basically a sword here in my hand. But that's just a little show and tell from Watchful Warrior.
Yeah.
He's keeping an eye out for y'all.
Wow.
Y'all want America's finest, well-armed and well-equipped, don't you,
impressive.
Amy? Don't you?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to be a patriot, dude, you got when it comes time to do patriot shit, you've got to be squared away and be able to get it on. Otherwise, you're just blowing smoke. Is that right, Amy?
That's right.
True that or not?
I'm right there with you. Dangerous Freedom says, Greg, I'm impressed. Dangerous Freedom says he's impressed. Lioness Turner said that she, just a moment ago, okay, she says she has 2 sisters that live in Florida. Please pray for them. I have no idea if it will hit them or not.
Right.
We will be praying for your sisters, Lioness.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We have a lot of our friends that are actually, we were just talking about this, in the area or are going to be affected by the hurricane. So we will definitely be keeping everyone in our prayers. Welcome back, Woodman.
Welcome back, Woodman. Dude, you just missed show and tell,
I don't know
dude.
if you missed the show and
Woodman
tell.
just missed show and tell, Amy. Tell him what he missed. I guess he'll have to watch the
You missed a
replay.
bunch of really cool bad A cool stuff. Nice. Silver Wolf said, load the shotgun with fake blades, act like
What?
Silver
What did
Wolf.
he
You're
say?
funny.
What did Silver Wolf say? Silver Wolf's talking smack. What did
He was saying, he was acting like you could act like you're shooting me, I guess.
No.
You fall out of my chair, like,
Man, I wouldn't do that.
got me. He would never do that.
I would never do that, dude.
Never.
Do you know why I wouldn't do that, Miss Amy? Because that's not what professionals do. Kids do shit like that, right?
Right.
Professionals don't. You know, if I point the
Right.
gun at you, you're probably a dead man. It's the last thing you're ever going to see. So when I do it, I'm serious about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't do it to play with you, and I don't do it to scare you. You know what I mean? If me holding the gun ain't scary enough, if you see it pointing at you, that's the last thing you're going to see. I don't threaten people like cops, you know, how they pull out a gun and they say, you know, get your hands up. By the time I pull my gun, we're not having any more talk. Talk's
No.
over. Talk time is over with. It's get it on time. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just me. That's my philosophy. That's how I am. Straight up.
Yeah. Oh, that's the way it should be. It should, you know, if you're gonna take act, you don't want you don't want to cry wolf. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, exactly. You don't
someone
want to be
needs
the
know
boy
that
with the finger
that
in the
you're-
dike.
That you mean.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, so that's kind of like a personal.
Unless there is a need.
Exactly.
See here. So,
Dangerous Freedom's with me on my philosophy.
yes. Oh, Silver Wolf. He said fake bullets. Fake bullets.
Fake bullets. Let me show you.
Are there fake bullets?
Let me show you. Let me show you, kiddies, what the Watchful runs in his shotgun. All right. You see that?
Show us.
You know what that is, kids?
Now my feed is a little bit behind.
See it?
My feed is a little bit behind, so I don't see it yet.
All right. Well, this is what's called a buck and ball.
You know.
This has a huge slug, that's a circular slug, right? And then behind it is a ring of double-aught buck, right? So this is called buck and ball. So you get a slug and you get multiple projectiles out of one round. You feel me? There's really no escaping this, boys and girls. It's devastating at multiple ranges.
No. Wow.
You know what I mean? That ball is huge. That's like a 60 caliber ball. So that's probably realistically one of the biggest projectiles I can actually put out of my arsenal right there. That shotgun slug. Plus the buck. So that's why it's called a buck and ball, because it has two kinds of ammo. It's not a slug only, and it's not buckshot only. It's both combined. So you get a little loving from both ends. Is that crazy?
Wow.
Wow, Amy, you never thought you'd be hearing about this today, did you? Because you know what I'm going to do this weekend,
No.
Amy? Guess what I'm going to do?
Oh, you surprised me.
I'm going to do some shooting, Amy. I'm gonna burn some gunpowder, and I might even videotape it. You know what I mean?
You should.
Hell yeah!
That would be cool.
I used to do shooting
Hey, Fluid
videos.
Pour.
What's up, my man? Or my lady? I'm not sure.
Fluid Pour art by Greg's in the house. He said, Watchful Warrior video on, and, well, he was addressing this to both you and I. Video on constitutional read-along is uploading at 90%. Watch and learn.
Right on, Greg.
We will do that. Eldon said that he is a Army vet. Thank you for your service, Eldon.
Thank you for your service,
and
Eldon.
Thank you to all of our vets for your service, including you, Watchful Warrior.
Right on. I appreciate you, Miss Amy, and I appreciate Eldon, and I appreciate Woodman. He was out here earlier. He's a vet. Those are at least the ones that I know of. If you are, man, throw your stuff up in the chat and identify yourself. Halt. Advance and be recognized.
Yes, please.
Halt and advance and be recognized.
We like to give credit where credit is due. That's
right,
for
man.
sure. And our veterans definitely deserve all the respect.
Oh, well, you know, there's also
And
Fluid Pour art by Greg. He's also a vet. He's actually a dual vet. He's in the Army and the Navy, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
So we have yet another vet in
Do we have
our
a phone call?
midst. Say what, Miss Amy?
Well, hey, you know what? Maybe I thought I heard the phone ring in there for a second.
It did ring, but I didn't open
Maybe
up the
we
call
should-
lines.
Maybe we
Unless
should
you would
go
like to. Would you
call-
like to do that right now, Miss Amy?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
For the last
Well-
little portion of the show here, let's see if we can talk to one of our Patriot friends.
That's a great idea. So let me connect the dots and try to make something work. Like I wasn't having a lot of success with it last night, but the previous night it worked great.
Yeah.
And the trick of it is this cable right here, hooking my phone up to this. I don't know if you guys can see it. This handy dandy speaker.
Well, you go ahead and.
So I'm doing a little technical stuff. I'm going to throw Miss Amy up there while I work on this like a monkey on the back end. And what do you think?
Sandra, she's made a comment here. She said, per American Joe, federal court uploads bans on assault guns. What do you think of that? What is...
Oh, what do I say about that, Miss Amy?
What's that all about?
Are you kidding me?
federal court
What do I
uploads
say about
bans
that?
on assault guns. Yeah,
What did Sam say? What do you... Well,
I think I know what you have to say about that.
you know what I have to say about it. What do you have to say about it? While I'm playing here with my technicalities.
Not good. I don't think that's going to go over too well with anybody. Not in our posse.
Amy, the basic rule I go by is shall not be infringed. Okay?
That's right.
Bottom line. I'm not playing anymore. It shall not be infringed. If you want them, come and get them. But don't be surprised what you get.
Freedom or death. Eldon said, freedom or death.
Dude, Amy,
Yeah.
I've lived my whole life with these gun grabbers coming after my personal self-defense and the defense of my family, and I'm not tolerating it no more. Oh, we got a caller, Miss Amy. Hello, and welcome
Let's see who
to
it is.
the Patriot Lounge. Who do we got? Keep talking, my man. Hold on. Keep talking. Keep talking. Who is this? Who do we got? Sorry, dude, you got the wrong number. Adios, amigo. You got another caller.
Really? Wrong.
Hi, and
number.
you're on the Patriot Lounge. Who do we got? Hello? Hey, is that Sandra? I'm doing good. Let me get the...
Hello, Sam.
While you're talking, let me fiddle with this, because I really want your voice to come out over these Bluetooth speakers, because this worked so good last time. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry if we lost Sandra. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I told Amy the other day.
Greg said just turn down the music.
Yeah. Well, that would help, but I'm trying to get it through these Bluetooth speakers, and that would actually help even more. Why don't we just mute that? What do you say about that?
Sorry, Sam.
Sam, are you still
If we
there?
hung up on you.
You know what? I can just do this. I mean, I have another solution. This is what I had to resort to last night.
Oh, she's still
but
there.
It still works. I mean, it worked. But it's not ideal. In fact, I have my number one out looking for a stereo patch cable right now. So, I do assign tasks to my number one to go and take care of business, because I have other business. So, who's on the line with us? Sandra still? Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's Sam still.
Okay, great, Sam.
I'll put 15 so I can pick up the words. I didn't hear you, Amy.
Hold on.
I'm calling just to give you some support. Say happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday, TGIF.
Happy Friday.
We all need
I can't hear her too well.
away from all the world craziness.
I'm gonna have to come up
And
closer.
we need to support and be in prayer for our fellow patriots and citizens down there in Florida and wherever else this storm is going to go, this hurricane, you know. And I just wanted to say happy Friday and you know, armor of God up, patriots. You know, you are loved. You're not alone. We're here. We're praying for you. And we're never going to give up. We're just never going to give up, no matter what a judge may say, no matter what.
There we go. Amen.
Hold on, Sandra.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, Sandra.
My kind of girl right there.
Sandra's got it going on, and she knows what's up. I mean,
Yeah.
Amy. My opinion is that we're at a point in history where we're at the cusp of serious change in this whole country and the whole world, and now is not a time to go back. You know what I mean? To back up. This isn't the time right now. So we have to press our interests.
You know what, folks? You know, Greg, I took the oath as a part of being in this community that I'm in currently. It was to help in cases of emergency, and my town is my state actual place for vetting everybody in the state in case we're hit by hurricanes or tornadoes or earthquakes. And I took the oath, and I will never give in. I will never give up. Whether you're domestic or you're foreign terrorist, I'm not stopping you. I will go down on standing on two legs by the grace of God. I just take it that serious.
Absolutely, and amen to that. And you're a patriot for sure, because that's how patriots feel right there.
Definitely.
Isn't that right, Miss Amy?
That's right. That's
Well,
right.
we're
And
united and we're growing. No matter what they tell us, we are growing. We're not dividing and we're not getting smaller and we're not racist and there's not going to be a recession at this point and the da. Go away, people. Go blow your smoke up your own butt because we don't believe in it.
Well, exactly, Sandra.
right on.
Absolutely.
Love her.
Sandra's great.
That's my kind of girl right there.
A lot of
She
patriots
takes
live
the
up,
word right
you
out of
know.
my mouth.
Hell yeah. You know, we got patriots all over the country, right?
That's-
Sandra's up there in the New England states, so she's got it going on, and you and I are in the South. And you know what, Amy? Why don't we ask our viewers throw up where they're from in the chat so we can see how far people are listening to us? I'd like to know that.
Yeah, let us.
Yeah,
Where are
I'm
y'all
in
from?
Connecticut, and I plan on moving
throw
to
up your
South Carolina
states.
next year. So.
Well, that's smart of you. It's nice down here in the South.
Well, I think it's going to be a
Now, what
really
did you say?
for my medical condition, but that's okay because at least down there I can have a gun. I don't have the commie state telling me what gun I can't have, if I can have one, when I can have one, if I can carry it in open, if I can't carry it, where I have. I'm done with that.
Right. Sandra, I'm trying to improve the sound quality so you can hear everybody and everybody can hear you, which is to me very important.
I don't know if they want to.
Well, you're a great caller, and I want them to. So it doesn't really matter.
You're a great caller.
This audience gets what I want today.
She sounds like me.
She does sound just like you, Amy.
Laughing.
And Amy, you know what? And Sandra, that brings me to an important point, which is Lady Patriots' voices in the Patriot community. Okay? You know, we have Miss Amy, and we have you calling in. We've got other ladies like DM, and we have other ladies like B, right? And then the young lady who I had on my show last night, Miss Ashley, is the only Patriot voices that I've heard female-wise. And I would really like to see and hear more. I mean, there's plenty of us guys out here talking about this stuff, but there's not all that many females. And I would like to see that improve.
Right.
Because you're an important part of this Patriot movement, and you need to have a voice.
A Windows 10, I guess they call it, and I got the computer system, and I'm using my 32-inch flat screen Samsung with my computer right now, but I'm learning it all.
Right.
That's the whole thing, right? I've been doing a lot just on my phone, but I'm learning it so I can have more. I need to get, you know, a mic, and I need to get a camera and maybe some small speakers, so I can build up on what I have. But I need to learn what I have first.
Yeah, right on, Sandra. And you know what? I'm checking out the chat, and we've got users that are in Pennsylvania, Washington, Illinois, New York, and of course myself in Georgia and Amy in Alabama. So we're getting some.
Did you hear about the governor of Pennsylvania? They have pictures of him. He converted to MUSLIMS, and they've got pictures of him bowing down in their temple.
And who is it that did it? Just a random dude or somebody of notoriety?
No, it's the governor of Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
And they've got pictures of him converting to that ideology.
No kidding. That's interesting.
Whoa,
That's terrible.
Well, it is terrible, but it's you know, it's like looking at a car wreck. You know, you can't look away. You know, so you stare at it because it is so horrific watching somebody convert to that particular religion from our religion. And at the root of that, you have to.
It's not a religion, though. Bonzo.
No, it's a.
Greg, it's an ideology.
Exactly.
And people got to call it like it is. It's like it's not democratic. It's
Right.
Democrat.
Right. And for the viewers that don't know, that particular religion we're talking about, actually, as Sandra put it, is an ideology, and it not only expands the religious belief system, it also expands the judicial system, because there's Sharia involved in that religion's culture, right? In that religion's, or in that ideology, it includes not only religion, it includes the justice system. There's a social caste system built into that, and also women's rights in that particular religion are totally and utterly destroyed and not promoted or supported. To be the truth be told, right? And their particular religion is about absolute world domination and conversion. I mean, that's written into their scriptures. For those of you that have never read their particular book, it's noteworthy to know that Mother Mary Magdalene is mentioned one time, and Jesus Christ is mentioned 25 times. And their prophet Muhammad, I think, is only mentioned once. In case, for those of you that don't know that. And for those of you that don't speak that particular language, you can always go and look at the converted to English version, right? And check it out and see what they have to say. But I always thought that was very, very interesting from that particular book, Sandra. And I always thought it was interesting how we have migrations of people with that particular religion into most all of Europe and the U.S. And as you can see now, if it takes foothold, we're going to have conversions of people in political office like you just talked about, which is shocking in and of itself, right? But I look at the whole thing.
Well, I feel bad for Pennsylvania citizens because they don't know, because he's out there postulating like he's a Christian, and he's not. He's an MUSLIMS.
Right.
And that ideology is the enemy of the world, period.
Right. Absolutely. So, yeah, I would feel kind of betrayed if I was in Pennsylvania. And I think if it would have been anybody with any kind of class, they might have waited to convert when they weren't in office, or leave office, do it, and then see if they get reelected. I mean, that's just keeping it real. You can't change things like that when you're in mid stroke of your representation of we the people. You just can't decide you're going to become a Democrat one day and be it, or change your religion and be it, or change your sex and be it. You know what I mean? That's not cool.
Right. Yeah.
So people don't have any class anymore, Sandra.
I think Helion, OMAR, would definitely be soon, with all of her sleeping around and everything that she's been doing under her ideology, because it's against the ideology.
Yeah. So people that think that particular religion is just about religion, you're wrong. It's about a whole way of life, including judicial systems and stuff. And you need to understand that their core principle and philosophy is to spread that to all corners of the earth. And so far, they're doing a pretty darn good job. There's many more people in that religion than there is of our religion, for sure. Guaranteed.
Well,
those numbers,
actually,
they're into the billions, aren't they?
But we are so close to becoming on the list of oh my God, I can't think of the terminology. Forgive me, but Christianity is being so threatened, and there's a list that they put on for persecution, and that we're almost at number one, being the most persecuted group of people in the world, not just in one area, but in the world. And I was watching a documentary about that. And so we are like a hair thin away from being put on it globally, which will then call into action the global community to start putting in laws of protection. It's like protection for like animal species. Well, it's going to have to go into protection for Christianity, because we're a hairline from reaching being number one on that list, and that is one bad statement, if you ask me.
Well, Jesus even said that, didn't he? He said, in the end times we would be like the most persecuted of persecuted races, right? I mean,
yes,
he told us about that. So if you're a follower and a believer, then you already know that that's coming, and we are more than likely on the precipice of that right now. And will it get worse? Sure, it's going to get worse. Absolutely, it's going to get worse. And so that means what you got to do, Sandra? You got to toughen your stance, doesn't it? The more pressure that gets put on you, the more you push back. Remember,
warrior first.
Sandra, you know what? We're done backing up, right? And I don't mean lean forward. That's that communist slogan on the communist TV. Lean forward. I'm talking about moving forward, like moving the ball ahead, right? Don't stand your ground. Move it ahead.
President Trump said, we're
Exactly. Be like Trump, man. Have some stones. Step up and get it done. You know what? Stop cowering and move it forward. Oh, we have Miss Simone joining us in the chat. I think someone just shouted.
Hey, Simone. Hi, Sam.
I think Simone's in here. Someone shouted her out.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Sam,
Amy?
She's in here.
What do you have to say about
welcome,
that?
Simone. Well, I wanted to ask Sam, because she seems to be very well educated woman.
Yes, she does.
What are her sources, Sam? What is your, or who do you watch? One of your favorite channels that you watch, or where do you get your education from?
Oh my God.
One of your favorite channels, if you want to give them
I do. I'll give you a few of them, but I mean, I follow several, and I swimmer it all, and then I read articles, but Dan Bongino, In the Matrix, Off and On, Deception Bites, The Patriot Hour, many, because there are so many really wonderful patriots out there, and I believe in exploring, and if they stay true, I pay attention. If they don't, I delete them.
Yeah, right.
Right.
God bless you all.
I know my
Say again.
I know that my mom really likes Deception Bites. That's one that my mom watches, and I know I've heard a lot about Dan Bongino being a really good Patriots, and In the Matrix. So I'm going to check them out. I'm not sub to any of those channels.
Well, tonight, Shady Grew with 3 O's. He does Patriot Lounge, Q Lounge. I think it is tonight. I think he starts at 9. And In the Matrix often goes on there too. They're like a team.
Okay.
Both of them, they're very close friends, and they do a lot of thoughts where, like, J.D. Groove, he can do a lot of preaching. He's very passionate. Where In the Matrix, a little bit more laid back, but they're both very informative. They do a lot of research. I also follow X22, SDT Report.
Yeah, Sergeant Report, right?
iPod. I mean,
I watch,
really
Sandra,
Patriots.
I watch all of those same channels pretty much. I mean, but I actually even look to other things like Southern Front. They keep a good eye on what's going on over in Syria and with that issues going on over in that region, and like Jane's, military aircraft and stuff for identification purposes, so you can tell good guys from bad guys. So I try to stay apprised of all the stuff you're doing, plus add in military technology and hardware, right? So I know I know what China's got rolling.
The White House stream.
Yeah,
the White House stream. And then, like with everybody, you take the truth and then you leave the rest, because everybody thinks that maybe intellectual filters. But most of us that are awake really are, have a good Geiger counter internally for the truth, and all of that. That's what my experience has been, and I think that's why we're like a big magnet for each other, and we're all, that magnet pulling us closer together, or making new leagues, like you with Mike over there at the Patriot Hour. Even though Amy the Mod's been there for so long. Now, we're taking our that magnetic pull that we have to God's family country,
Yeah, right. I hear you, Sandra.
Well, I'm going to go,
Thank you
guys.
so much for
Guys,
calling.
you just rock it out, and you have a great week and celebrate and laugh. Find things to laugh about because that's music to God's ears.
Absolutely. Thanks for calling, Sandra. Appreciate you. You have a
Okay,
great
honey.
Thank
weekend
you
too.
for calling. God bless
you
you.
both.
Have a great
Talk to you
weekend.
later.
God
We'll
bless
be in
you.
chat.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Bye.
You're fantastic.
Um,
And that was Miss Sandra. What do you think, Miss Amy?
I
Some more
believe
music?
that Silver Wolf, she's amazing. What an inspiration for me. Like you said, you know, we have and we see a lot of men patriots, you know, doing stuff like this. So for me, it's really encouraging and inspiring to hear from a patriot woman like Sam. And so, yeah, I just wanted to pick her brain a little bit and see, you know, where she gets her information, you know, what channels she's watching.
Amen to
Phone's
that.
ringing. Thank you, Sam, for calling in.
We got another caller. Hey, what's up? You're on the
get it.
Patriot Lounge with Amy and Greg. Who is this?
How you doing, brother? It's Woodman.
Woodman.
You
Woodman.
guys are doing a great job.
What's up,
man.
Woodman?
I'm telling you, spreading the truth is just fantastic.
Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Someone else called, and I think they might kick off Woodman. I don't know. Oh, Simone is calling. Hold on. Give it a minute, Simone. It might, if you flip off, it might go back to Woodman for a minute. I don't know. I don't know how this Skype works. I was using Skype on my PC, and then I switched to my phone, and the interface is completely different. So, but it's all good.
Oh.
Hold on.
Grillin's name
Hold
is
on.
Sam. Okay.
Who do we got there?
I didn't know your name was Sam.
Woodman, we still got you? Hey, Woodman.
Yeah.
We still got you, my bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. I couldn't hear you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Down here, and,
Hi, Woodman.
oh, hello, sweetheart. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Are you ready for...
You bet she
Great. Are you ready for the weekend?
Getting there, yeah. I'm gonna do something fun this weekend. I'm gonna make sure of it. Not sure what
All
yet,
right,
but
fantastic.
something.
Dude, I'm going to shoot stuff. That's always fun. I'm going to shoot stuff, smoke
That's what I need
stuff.
to do. I need to practice.
I agree, Miss Amy. Shooting is just a fun
For
time.
sure.
Don't you think, Wood?
You know it. I love it, man.
Dude, I love the
Throwing a
smell of
little
gunpowder. I
Throwing a
love
little
it.
lead always feels good.
I love it.
Well, what's on mind today, Woodman?
I'm sorry, what now?
I said, what's on your mind?
Oh, gee whiz. Oh, these Democrats are just unbelievable, man. I don't know. And then you got the DOJ, unbelievable. It's really terrible how this is all. These people are so intertwined that you're not gonna. It seems like you're not gonna find anybody to continue on to where it should be, unless it's kind of like maybe when you go fishing, you know, and you catch a small one, you throw it back, you keep fishing till you get the big one. Well, maybe I hope they're fishing for a big one and letting this little stuff trickle out a little bit. Not such a big deal, but
Well, Woodman, you know what?
Setting him up for the kill, you know.
You tuned into my show last night, and you heard what Miss Ashley and I were saying about China, right? And about distractions and about how people are more tied up in drama politics than they are about keeping their eye on the ball and about the real threats that could utterly annihilate all of us, you know, if we don't manage the situation, right? You were there when we were talking about that. You know, so that's what I would say about that. Don't be distracted by nonsensical bullshit that isn't going to kill you, okay? If it's not going to kill you, then don't worry about it. Worry about the stuff that is going to kill you and worry about the rest of the bullshit later. That's my philosophy. That's what works for me, right? So, as far as the world situation goes, you know what's going to kill you? China's going to kill you. So keep your eye on the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepped up. Understand that, if the trade war continues the way that it is, that's going to cause unrest, perhaps in our United States, but globally it's going to cause unrest too. And we've basically backed a big dog like China into the wall, and you're foolish if you don't think that dog's not going to strike back or fight back. How they do it, who knows how they do it, but you can expect to see that on the horizon if things continue the way that they're continuing. That's a fact. So don't be blind to that, right? You feel me, Wood?
You know it, doggone it. You really know it. You hit it right on the head. I always say, to stay alert. You know what I mean? Like, see something, say something, share your knowledge with somebody else. Maybe they might see something different and broaden your view a little bit more. You know what I mean? They might see something you missed, and just keeps everybody a little more informed and up to date, because these people are you got to watch them. You got to watch them.
Absolutely.
They're all trying to destroy our world. You know what I mean? And as long as we hang tough, be American, and hang tough, be a patriot, there is no way they can get us. That's a fact.
I agree, Woodman, 100%. What do you think, Amy?
I agree, 100%. I was just following along here, Pat.
I was watching your show earlier, then I had to cut away and go back over to the Patriot Tech, and had a real long one, and I came back here, and thank God you guys still had a long one going also, and I snuck in a little bit. So you Patriots, stay alert, keep your ears open, take the blinders off, stay alert, and see something, say something. Always share your information with another Patriot, because that way we just know more that way. God bless you guys, man. I'm gonna let you go. Love you guys, and I'll always watch your show.
Thank you, Woodman. I'm honored, my friend.
Airborne
all the way.
Airborne all the way, man. God, I'll tell you what, I kind of miss it. I've been watching a lot of footage here lately, and man, I kind of miss that stuff. I mean, it's hard to explain to anybody what that's like, especially when you land. There's something that you do. You just don't gather and have a weenie roast. There's always objectives in mind, and if you guys were to see how clean those things come off, it would truly amaze you. Our military is a lot stronger than what you think, and I do know the airborne units than when I was in.
Well, Woodman, you know what?
It's the only division in the world that can pick up all this crap and move it in 4 hours and drop it.
You know what? So, here, I got something to share and offer with you just for a moment. I know Simone's wanting to call in and talk, but this is important, and it touches to your point you just made. It touches to the point me and Amy made on the Patriot road trip, which was episode 1, version 1, and it ties to what's going on in the news, which Amy asked earlier. She asked about what kind of events were going on, that she wanted to know about. This touches on all of that. So the story, which I don't have in front of me, I'm just reciting it to you from my memory, but I read it and I thought it was interesting, and it was that the U.S. Army has lowered the standards for joining the Rangers to allow females to get into the Rangers. Okay? Now, this mindset we've seen before. We've seen it with Obama when he lowered the requirements for people to become air traffic controllers because there are too many white people that are air traffic controllers, and he wanted to have minorities. So what did they have to do to make that happen? They had to drop the standards. In other words, they made it a public safety issue by having people who could not pass the test as it was, lowered the testing criteria to allow these less than intelligent people or less than capable people to obtain jobs they should not have. Okay? Bottom line. Obama did it, and now you're seeing the Rangers do it. I got no problem with chicks in the military. I love chicks in the military. Chicks are sexy in the military. I love the way they wear the uniform, and when they're Patriot women like we have here, that's all the better. But if you cannot get it done, get out. Get out of the way. I do not have time for you. I mean, I don't want to diss on you or anything, but you either can get it done at the standard that it's set, or you don't get in. I mean, what people don't realize, Woodman, is that me being a Marine, people don't get this. If I went and joined the Army, the Navy, or the Air Force as a recruit, I would have got in. No questions asked, nobody fails, nobody gets kicked. In the Marine Corps, though, you try out for the Marine Corps, right? You don't get in just because you want in. They torture your shit, and the washout rate is well over 50%. So my platoon, when I started off, had like 75 guys. When I graduated, we had 30, right? And that's what every Marine Corps platoon is like. So you don't just join the Marine Corps. You try out for the Marine Corps. It's like going up to professional.
I did not know that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay? So it's just like the SEALs, right? You don't become a SEAL. You actually have to put in your time as a sailor, right, before you even qualify to try to join the SEALs. You just don't get to be one. You try out for them, right? And you know what, Amy? It's the same thing for the Rangers. The Army has the Rangers. That's something that you try out for after you've gone through, basic Army training, okay? And for them to lower the standards for enlistment into like the Rangers or to get in is a pathetic, sad attempt to pacify social justice warriors. And this event is actually causing harm to our military and to you and me and to the money that we spend in the military. What do you think about it?
Well, I'll tell you, it really saddens me because, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit. At one time, the military didn't have nothing for me to do, so I taught a band of Rangers a different kind of hand-to-hand combat. It was kind of an experimental thing. I'll tell you right now, if you wanted to be a Ranger, you better be one. You better be one bad motherfucker because this is not a knitting class. It's the best of the best, like the SEALs. I don't know. It saddens my heart to see they've done that.
It does.
I guarantee you this.
It's sad and pathetic. You know what? And you know what we need to know about it. Well, honestly, what kind of action? Let's don't cry over spilt milk, Woodman. Let's develop tactics that we can use to restore the integrity to that system. Okay, that's what we want to do. So what can we do? Well, we can contact our senators and congressmen and say we deplore the drop in standards of our military ranges to allow people of lesser credentials, is what it is, lesser capability. I don't care about you being a female, right? If you're a good enough female, you'll get in the Rangers. If you're not, you won't. Let's don't drop the credentials and make it less safe for us, we the people. Do you feel me?
Yeah, well, it's
Right.
less safe also
Dude,
in this
look it.
manner too.
Wood, I know some badass
What
girls. Let me tell you what.
What happens if we get captured? What happens if we get captured? What are they going to do to her compared to what
Wood,
they do to us?
it's like I was saying. I know some badass gals. I know all kinds of badass gals, and I know waves too, which are Marine gals, right? Tough as friggin' nails, right? They could easily get into Ranger school. So the quality of women that can actually qualify to get into these positions, they're more than available. There's no need to drop the standard to try to maintain some kind of fake equilibrium so the social justice warriors are happy. Screw them. This is about our safety, security, and professionalism, and I don't want to see it drop. So you're not going to tell me, oh, we need more women. Well, bullshit, we already have more women. We have qualified women doing the job already. So quit dicking with our quality standards, and let's keep the Rangers strong. That's what I have to say about it.
Oh, yeah. Back in the old days, that kind of stuff didn't happen, Greg.
No, I know, man.
Sorry.
It did not happen. But it's happening now, and it's making all of us less safe. So guess what? That means old shits like me have to pull double duty. I never get out of the suck because I have to do double duty because the people they're putting in now suck. Okay? I want to rest, man. Shit. I don't like humping machine guns and carrying around shotguns and all this tactical shit that I have, but I feel like it's important for me to maintain it because I don't have a choice in the situation. I'd like to put the shit down and go back to the plow and be the old man I'd like to be, but I can't do that right now, unfortunately.
Well, there might be a time where we can do that again, but we have to be patient and fight for what we get. You know that. My God, you're a Marine, man.
Yeah.
We fight for what we get.
Well, I'm always going to fight. You know what I mean? But I'd like to see the younger step up, and I'd like to see the social warrior justices get shut down. I would like to see Space Force become the unit that I hope it would be, because for them to form a unit like Space Force, that tells you that there's some more serious matters than what you and I know about. So I'm a high quality dude. I want to see high quality people serving their country. I don't want to see low grade, bums or people who can't think straight or people that do not have it going on. I don't want that. I don't want that for our military. I don't want that for our government. Right? Is that right, Amy? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, in no way, shape, or form should they lower the standards
for anybody.
Because, our safety is at risk.
Yes. So we're getting lower quality when we should be getting higher quality, and it's still costing us. It's probably costing us more because it's going to take longer and harder to train these, less than qualified people to any kind of a reasonable standard, right? I mean, that's work. That's money. Money is work. So I'm not happy with that, Woodman, and I wanted to share that with you. You know what I mean? But that we all need to keep an eye on it. I don't know how many people in this room know about this, but you should be aware of it, and you should actually call your congressman and senator and tell them you are not happy with it and that you require them to work with their systems to change the thinking of the Pentagon and of, the president. And it's not just the president's office. We can leverage the president because he's one of we the people to have him put pressure on the Pentagon to change his shit. But it's not going to happen unless we take corrective action. You feel me?
Right.
We just don't want to.
Stick together for that too.
Right, Amy? I mean, I'm not a guy who just wants to run my pie hole about the problems in the world. I want us all to work together to come up with solutions to fix those things. And one thing you can do at a minimum level is call these people and say, I'm not happy with this. And I want it changed, and I want it changed. And if you don't change it, we're going to be looking for your replacement, my friend. It doesn't have to be rude or indignant or anything like that. You just got to put it to them, dude. I am not happy with this, and if you don't work to get it changed, I'm not happy with you either. And that's it. You don't have to say anything more. What do you think, Amy?
Well,
So people should call. So who should we call? Who should we call?
Who are your
This is stuff that
who are your representatives to the federal government?
whoever you're.
That's all of us are from different places, but we need to let these cats know that that's unacceptable. It's the federal government, so I'm imagining it's your federal representatives that report, up chain to the House and the Senate. I knew who my congressmen are, and I know who my senators are, and I have their numbers on speed dial, and you can damn well bet that. What do you say, Woodman?
Live.
Sounds like a fantastic thing to do.
Well, what else are we going to do? You know what I mean? That like I said, that's a minimal level of anything to help move our agenda ahead is make a phone call or send an email. I mean, that's minimal shit. Right?
The main thing I think people ought to grasp is what you said, Anybody can sit back and bitch about a bunch of crap, but show them or tell somebody your idea to fix it. Don't just sit back here
and talk about it.
Stuff.
Well, yeah.
Very good point there, Watchful Warrior.
Well, thank you.
Very good point. When you call these people, make that be a point. Correct?
Yes, exactly. And you know what, Miss Amy and I have talked about that at pretty great length is that, our interest is to inspire people to take action on the problems that face us in our world today. And this is one of those problems that you have an opportunity to impact is this military issue with the Rangers. As well as many other topics, 1,000 that we could get into, but we don't have time for all that. But That's one thing you could do right now, and it's current and pressing and affects all of us in this room. Right, Woodman?
You know, airborne, that's for sure.
Airborne.
Man.
Thanks for calling, Woodman. It's always great to hear from you,
Thanks
my
for
friend.
calling.
Bye.
You guys are doing great. Amy, I'm sorry we didn't talk to you very much this time, but you always have a fantastic
okay.
smile, sweetheart. And
Would-
Greg looks real
Oh,
cool
thanks.
sporting those shades.
You
man.
like those?
So,
Woo.
God bless you guys, and I'll be yakking at you later for sure.
Thanks, Woodman. Bye. Have a great
Bye,
weekend, my
Woodman.
friend.
Airborne,
Simplify.
airborne, everybody. Airborne.
Woodman. Dude, I always love
Woodman's
hearing
always
from
great
Woodman.
to hear from.
What do you think, Miss Amy? I mean, I'm sorry. You know what? I got off on these rants today, and my apologies to you.
That's okay.
But you know what? These kind of topics are
Don't
kind of
apologize.
flowing. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of standing up on the bar stool over there in the corner, screaming about, we need to step up and take the bull take the bull by the horns. Is really.
That's okay. You're passionate about it, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to be passionate about.
Well, thank you.
So I
'Cause I
think we
believe
were
in
going to have possibly Silver Wolf was going to call in real quick,
Simone.
and then Simone maybe if she still wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Silver Wolf had wanted to call in first, so I was going to try to give him a chance.
Yeah.
If he's not busy. So now's your chance, Silver Wolf, if you want to call in. Oh yeah, we got the number up there on the screen.
Oh yeah.
1-404-448-1100. Give us a call. And yeah, I'm actually kind of gonna have to get going here pretty soon, y'all. So
Will you let me know, Miss Amy, what your time bump is, and we'll take care of business.
yeah, let's see if Silver Wolf's gonna holler at us.
We'll throw on
He
some
said,
tunes.
"Take a break."
Take a break. I know, ma'am. I've been running my mouth nonstop.
Well-
I'm gonna put Amy up and let her talk to y'all.
No, it's okay. It's all good. See, I'm not as educated on these topics, so I don't, to put me on the spot and tell me to talk about something like that. I'm just kind of like, huh? I'm listening and learning. That's the important thing. Okay, cool.
Well, we got another caller, Miss Amy.
He's calling from some.
Hey, what's up? You're on the Patriot Lounge with Amy and Greg. Who's calling?
What's going on, Watchful Warrior? This is Silver Wolf.
Silver Wolf. What's up, my brother?
Long time caller, first time listener. Your show is awesome.
Thank you.
Unbelievable awesome.
Thank you. I know Miss Amy and I appreciate those words of inspiration, man, but that's good. That keeps us motivated
Sure do.
and wanting to keep doing this stuff for you guys. For sure.
10-4, I understand. Is there a delay here when we speak? I don't want to overtalk someone.
No, it's okay. You're good.
Hey, I just wanted to say you guys are awesome. I listen well. I'm a firm believer of prepping, for sure. For your audience, in the not description below, but we were talking in the live chat, and they have a Henry repeater survival kit. It has a stock with 4 or 5 different barrels. You can switch them because in a survival mode, all right, in a survival mode, you're not hunting and pecking for ammo. You're going to take anything that falls at your feet, right?
Yeah.
So this survival bag that they have out there, it's $175. There's also a fire starter. I was just letting everybody else know in the live chat there that what I was trying to explain. I'm not very good with the technical capabilities, so my text-to-talk sucks. Plus, I'm lazy. So I don't read everything I put out there.
Too funny.
So, anyways, back to what I was saying. For your viewers, of course, that survival bag is one of by far I think the best out there for that kit. Cheap bang for your buck. Other than that, the China war, everything, just, hey, lock your silver and your gold up, because that's the only thing that's going to be worth anything in the world anymore.
Absolutely.
When it really gets down to the brass tacks of it. Watchful Warrior.
Yes, sir.
You are a jarhead. I appreciate you for your service. On the other hand, I was floating out there in the water, shooting missiles over your head there, beach pounder.
All right, man. Right on. Right on, Navy. Go Navy.
Totally appreciate you.
Thank you. You know, we get
And,
it done.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you,
Go
my
ahead.
friend.
I don't mean.
Go ahead, Mike. Go
Thank you
ahead.
for your service, Silver.
Oh, someone's calling. Let me hang up on them, and we'll go back to Silverwolf. Oh, I don't know. I might
What
hang
was
up
the
on
name
Silverwolf.
of that bag that you just said, Silverwolf? What was the name of it?
Silverwolf was talking about a survival bag, and it has from what I understand, it has maybe a rifle that breaks down as well as maybe some other accoutrements. But I have yet to actually show you guys my collection of survival rifles. But weapons like a M7 rifle, which is a Henry rifle, and weapons like an M4 Scout, which is a Springfield Armory weapon, are really excellent survival class weapons to help you in really tough situations when you don't have access to a full-size weapon. These are small, packable. You can carry them in your backpack. They fold up or collapse or break in half. And that's something else that I think is a great thing for Patriots to have and keep packed away. And one of these days, I will show you my two that I carry and I can recommend. But that's what he was talking about.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and I'm sorry we lost his call.
There was a certain name for it. Oh, we lost him?
Well, he's not on the line anymore, I don't think. Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a Henry.
Silverwolf, we lost you.
A Henry rifle M7 and then a Springfield Armory M4. The M7 you can still get, but there's some limitations that you should be aware of, and that's why I'll make the video for you. And the M4 is no longer in production, but you can find them on various gun sites like Gun Broker and this place and that place. And that one actually is that's my preferred survival weapon because it's a over and under weapon. It has basically 2 barrels. On mine shoots a 410 on the lower barrel, and on the upper barrel it shoots a 22 Hornet, which is a really big 22. It's a big long 22. It's actually just shy of a 5.56 round, but that's a foolproof weapon. You know, it's a breech operated shotgun. You know, it's a shotgun and a rifle barrel all in one. So it's sweet, and you guys will like it when I make that video. What do you think, Miss Amy? Do you have
that'll be fun.
Do you have any weaponry like that?
Fun. Do I have any weaponry like that?
Yeah, like if the shit hits the fan beyond your sidearm, what would you grab? You know, if you had to boogie into the woods with a backpack.
38.
Right.
I've got a 38, and then we have an AR 15 with we've got several guns, but I'm not good in with the whole gun talk. My husband could, but
Miss Amy,
we got a few.
You should come over to Watchful Warriors training range and get trained by me personally.
I should.
You should.
Well, Michael's in the house from the Patriot Hour.
Right on, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Thank you for joining us. And let's go ahead and see if Simone wants to call in, and then we're going to have to wrap things up for the day. Simone, go ahead and call in, hon.
The lines are open, waiting for you.
She had something that she wanted to share with us that was pretty interesting.
Well, she said she had some scoop for us, so I can't wait to hear from Miss Simone. But
what? James is laughing at me. What's so funny, James? He said LOLOLOL. Ice Princess said, when shit hits the fan, I'm in trouble. Well, stick around, Ice Princess, and you will learn some basic survival skills, and you're going to learn a whole bunch of stuff hanging out with these cats around here. Trust me. And they can help you get started. We can help you get started prepping, or if you need, suggestions on firearms. Watchful Warrior, and I know a lot of these guys in the chat they know their stuff.
Well, Amy, you know what? I just put out a shotgun video, and just a few videos ago. It might even been my last video. I don't know. I can't remember, but that actual video I made for one of our viewers in our audience, Chrissy, KK, and she had asked me that question in another live stream when we were talking, and that's what I told her. And we got Simone calling in.
All right.
Hey.
Well, hello, Miss Simone. Good to hear from you.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Sim.
Hey. So glad y'all were live, and I got to call in. I just wanted to hang on one second. Can you tell me if you guys can hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. What about you, Amy?
Okay.
I
just wanted to test it out on air, kind of behind the scenes while you're live. I've got earbuds in, and I just wanted to make sure that, it was something that I can use whenever I call into the show. Make sure you guys can hear me all right.
Yeah, we hear you good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What's up?
Say something, Amy. Okay, I can hear Amy. She sounds a little echoey, but I can hear her. Say something again, hon.
Okay. I said, what's up?
That works.
What's on
Yeah,
your
that
mind?
The reason I wanted to call in is because yesterday was crazy. We had, Patriots, we had MAGAs, even some of the anons that were kind of going crazy because we didn't see Comey in handcuffs. So that was an experience. It was calming a lot of people down. It was crazy. It was intense. But right before then, Lisa Mae Crowley, if you're on Twitter, go over there, follow her. I know she served, I can't remember, forgive me if she was Marine or what, but she does great digs. She's got great information. She's an awesome chick. And she had put out a tweet about how she had gotten tagged in a group on Facebook from an old friend. They had given her, she screenshotted 4 pages from what she was tagged in this group. It listed, it had this whole thing about, this is Q, we can't get on 8chan, we wanted to make sure we got, information out to you all, and it had all this, information, tried to sound like Q, but just like you spot the brand and the generic up in the store, you can spot which is which.
Right.
And in this list, it listed, do not follow Red Pill 78, do not follow the Patriot Hour. When they said don't follow the Patriot Hour, they spelled it P-A-Y. Triot. I talked to Dustin Nemos a few weeks ago, and he had started to tell me about this whole thing within the movement about patriots and patriots as in P-A-Y, trying to make money off this. And we didn't get to get into it all that much. He was scheduled for something else, but I can see that this is where I think they're going to try to, split us up in the movement. Q has warned us about this, and you can even go through the Bible, and God points to these things, that this is the time, this is the place, this is how they're going to choose to divide us. And the reason that I think it's so important to get this information out there, and why I think everybody should check it out, is because not everybody's on Twitter. There's a lot of people that use Facebook. They no longer do, because it's lifelong. And I want to make sure that this information gets out because I know it's a very, very critical time for everybody. Just because we want to exact some sort of justice and revenge, and by all rights, Comey should be in handcuffs right now. Nobody understands what Barr is doing. He is choosing not to charge him yet. Later on down the road, for the bigger charges, that's when he'll probably go ahead and charge him with these charges just to rub his face in it. That's what I would do. And, it's really imperative for all of us to stick together. And I know it's really, really hard to be patient. I am very, very patient in my life, but I'm not when it comes to talking to God. I'm like, come on.
Right.
You know I want to know. Just tell me already.
Simone,
Come on.
you know what? Look,
And
I've expressed this to you, I think, before and just earlier on the show is that, I like to hear from Q, right? I like to hear what he has to say on different things. I like to hear, and see the links that he points and the directions he points us. But I don't die if I don't hear from Q. Q's disappeared for periods of times. There's going to be fake Q's, but guess what? There's nothing that comes out of Q's mouth that's going to make me live or die. So I tend to focus on things that are going to make me live or die first, and then I'll eventually get over to Q and figure out what he has to say. But it's not my first stop. You know what I mean? I've got issues of more pressing urgency to take care of than what comes out of Q's mouth. And that goes to, in my opinion, priorities, right? Having the correct priorities and having your information inputs coming in at the correct time. You know what I mean? So I don't worry about Q first.
Yep.
I worry about things that are going to kill me first, or hazards to my family, like the hurricane that's coming up, right? We have a hurricane pressing down on us. So that's, to me, of greater interest than what Q hasn't said or the fake Qs. There's fake everything these days, right? And there's going to be fake Qs. There's going to be perpetrators, patriots that just want to get paid. But Mike isn't one of them. I've listened to Red Pill for a long while, and I don't find him to be out of line. Do you?
no, not at all. Look, when you see this tweet, and I'll retweet it, and I'll tag you, I'll tag Amy, I'll tag Mike. When you see this, you're going to see everybody is listed there in the Matrix, Red Pill 78,
well, sure.
Patriot Hour.
It's obviously
know
Simone. It's a hit piece on conservative, free-thinking people. It's a hit piece on us. I mean, and that's all it is. We just need to identify it and move on, and don't give it any more thought or
exactly.
Be done with it. Say I understand that these people are going to be attacking strong because they're in a weak position and they're backed up in the wall. And we all need to realize that these people are going to be throwing everything at us that they can. And that's one of their tools right there is disinformation and discrediting us for doing what we need to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I got tagged by someone last night who said, I've seen Q, but I don't know what all this is. Can you explain this to me? This isn't just about Q. This isn't just about MAGAs. This isn't just about Trump. I even put out another tweet after that telling everybody, none of us are anything without God's hand on this movement and God's hand on Trump and God's hand on us.
Right.
But the reason I wanted to call in and say something about it is because one of the things that at the very bottom, at the end, they had said, we're going to start putting out information, so look for this. And it had a Santa Claus emoji. The reason I make mention of all this is because I've been seeing that a lot lately. And, there's going to be, Epstein woke up a lot of the left. They may still be groggy, they may still have sand in their eyes, but they're awake. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be coming around, a lot of traffic. And we've got to be ready for that. If we want to see anything change, I mean, by all means, be prepared, be geared up for battle, for war. But don't lose hope that we can't salvage this. I highly recommend checking out Mark Taylor, the guy who did the Trump prophecies, thelordsprophecy.com. He's got all of his stuff there. He's got it all out there for free. All of his prophetic words from God. This is really, really important, and it's imperative that we all stick together. And I'm really glad you guys are doing this channel, Amy. I am so glad to see that you're doing this.
Me too.
You're really learning about all this, and you get so excited about it, and we need that. We need to remain pepped up like that.
Well, geez, Simone.
Thanks, Simone. So you said that was May Crowley, right?
Lisa May Crowley. I think it's Lisanei Crowley, Crowley. I'm not. I forgot to look at the chat. Somebody might have spelled it in the chat. I'm not sure. But yeah, Q has shouted her out a few times in his draw. Or rather, put a link to her tweet, and then everybody kind of goes over there and says, Q sent us, and,
I wouldn't call it symbolism, but you see all these people that are, going over there saying, Q sent us, where we go one, we go all, we're all in this together, and we are. And it's not just about getting pumped up, seeing a tag or a drop from Q, somebody gets shouted out, and going over there and, saying, hey, I'm here too. Battle stations at the ready. It's about the behind the scenes. It's about the grind. It's about going through the digs too.
And Simone, you know what I've
Be
also
prepared, guys.
you hear so many people talk about like Q is a disinformation agent, or he's a COINTELPRO, or he's this or he's that. Q's never said anything that would lead that was anything ever in unpatriotic, right? He's pointed out corruption in government, and he tells you things like, learn this stuff for yourself. Don't take my word on it. Research it. You're the news now. Where we go, when we go all. He tells us things like that. So if that's a COINTELPRO or a PSYOP, good. I'm fine with it. I'm all in on that. I don't give a shit. Because he's not talking about anything that isn't real or isn't factual. Everything he's, other than some of his datings and things, but we're all trying to work on the Q clock. You guys seen the Q clock, right? That's hard to make out. Even for somebody with a high IQ, it's hard to make out. But still.
Hi, Matt.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So, but beyond that, and beyond some of the datings and things like that, Q hasn't really told us anything that didn't come to pass or wasn't true. I mean, honestly, not that's, relevant anyway, right?
Right. And I'll even take it one step further than that and saying whoever Q is. We pretty much narrowed it down to somebody who is on the inside, right alongside Trump. They're taking pictures within the Oval Office, and, now's the time to, really stick together. You even see somebody, who was leaking information was with Trump since day one, and now they're booted out of the White House. But, I digress. Whoever Q is, there's somebody who is touched by God.
Yeah, man.
They're filled with the Holy Spirit, and they're being shown things from God. They're being shown things from the Almighty. And, I can understand how people might not understand that, or maybe discredit it, or maybe listen to people who say, Q is a psyop, because they haven't experienced that for themselves. Some people don't just get God in their hearts and in their souls. They have to learn God. I was fortunate enough to be saved at the age of 9 years old and to have spiritual giftings that I have nurtured my whole life. And so I've seen these things myself. God has shown me what he can do. God has shown me what's coming down the pipeline. He's even said so much as, I wouldn't fill you or anyone else with my power unless I could trust you to use it. And
absolutely.
So whoever he is, whoever he is, they're being led by God.
Well, that's good. That's some good thoughts on that. What are you doing this weekend? Anything? You got any special plans?
To be honest, I didn't realize it was Labor Day on Monday.
Oh, yeah? Did I break that news to you, Simone? Did I break that to you?
No.
I do that, from time to time.
My landlord did this morning. No, my landlord did this morning. She said, well, the office is going to be closed Monday. And I'm like, what? Labor Day. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, nothing special planned. We don't do much around here.
Well, normally me and my friends, we usually go fishing in the mountains this time of the year, but everybody's busy with their own stuff. Normally this is a 5-day weekend for me in the North Georgia mountains fishing for trout. But not this weekend.
Awesome.
Well,
what about you, Amy?
Oh, that would be amazing.
And Amy, earlier when you weren't here, she was
too much.
Yeah, go ahead, Amy. You talk. I'm going to put you back on screen and you talk.
Possibly, football starting this weekend. So in the South, it's a pretty big deal when Alabama football starts playing in Alabama. So football's starting, and we're going to do some grilling, probably try to, get a little yard work done, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't have any grandiose plans either. It's pretty simple.
Will you have a Bama Slammer for me?
Alabama's going to be playing Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So,
And
yeah.
they're playing this Saturday, and here where I live, it has been so, not cold, but I mean, it feels, now today's really, really warm, but the last 10 days, it's felt like temperatures right after, October. It's been that cold at night to shut the
Wow.
window. And so, I mean, it feels like,
It's
the
hot
summer
here.
just flew by. Yeah. And thanks to all you guys, I've had probably one of the best summers of all. I just love hanging out with you guys, chatting with you, and, being a part of this, of what's going on. It's quite a time to be alive.
Well, thanks, Simone. And hey, Corporal,
Yeah,
you've been
amazing.
AWOL, and I'm still looking forward to my report. I haven't received my report yet. You feel me?
Right. If you go
Yeah,
look,
right.
I at least have the title for my report in there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in
saw
so
that.
much trouble.
I need more meat than that, though, Miss Simone.
I know. Well, I'll explain all, sir. I'll report in. Yeah, I'm up shit creek, y'all.
See to it.
Someone come save me.
See to it, Corporal.
I'll save you, Simone.
Okay.
I'll save you.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for calling, Simone. We love you.
We love you.
And thanks for hanging out with
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh, I love you guys so much. Take care.
Bye, Miss Simone. Right on.
And guys, we're gonna have to I guess wrap this show up. It's been fun hanging out with everyone. We've had just kind of a small crowd, but it's nice and cozy this way.
Yeah.
I
would
like
say.
it.
Absolutely. I like
Yeah.
it. And Amy, like we should think about if there's other times that the audience and our friends and you, or if it might be, in other words, we might consider moving this from this day to some other time this day or something, Well, we should listen to what our friends have to say about it and see if we can accommodate it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down for that.
Well, it's pretty. Yeah, it seems like we get more of a crowd in the evening, but for me, to do a show during the day works out well because I don't have my child running circles around me.
Right.
But yeah, we'll find out and see.
No, I agree. In other words, we're flexible.
Berlin said, "Thanks for giving me a wrench." Even though it was in a room full of mods, no targets.
I know, right?
You're welcome, Brillin.
Amy,
But
why don't
yeah,
you?
it's been fun.
Before we leave, why don't you cover our upcoming appearances at different shows, and some other initiatives we have going on, like our time change on Monday night and the D&B report on Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna definitely do that. So our show that we have been doing on Tuesday nights, we're gonna be moving to Monday night this week. So this Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're gonna be live here on Patriot Lounge. And then also this time slot, for now, we may end up changing it, but Fridays at noon on Patriot Lounge. This Saturday night at 9 o'clock, correct me if I'm wrong, Watchful, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be on History B's channel. If you're not subbed to History B,
do we got a link?
Go check her out.
Does any of our mods got a link to the D&B report on History B's channel? If you guys could throw that up, that would be muchas gracias.
So the title of the show is the DMB report, but it's actually on History B's channel. So the channel that you would want to look up would be History B. And Greg and I are going to be on that show this Saturday night at 9 o'clock. It's a really cool show. History B and DM, who is one of our mods, she's not here today, but they do that show together on Saturday nights. And what they do is they talk about good things that are going on, like things that the president is doing, some of the coverage that, they're not giving President Trump too much credit or covering any of the good stuff that's really going on mainstream media. So
no,
it's a place to come and hear about some of that stuff that you're not going to hear on MSM. So we would love to see you guys there. We would appreciate your support, and it's going to be a fun time. So hopefully we will see you all there.
Yeah. And Miss Amy and I, we're going to work on another road trip video coming up in the near future. On my channel, I'm going to have a special guest speaker next Thursday, which is Tony the Patriot. He's going to be live with me on the air on Thursday. Like I said, Miss Amy and I, we're moving to Monday night for our Monday night show, and we're going to be doing that here at the Patriot Lounge, and we hope to see you guys there, and we're going to have call-ins and people on video maybe, and we're going to be doing some things, so that's all good. And you can also find Amy and I probably at the Patriot Tech, which is like we're mods for Mr. Mike there. He puts out fantastic videos, and he does some fantastic live streams, and you guys should definitely be over there checking him out. He is, from what I know, he's already done a few shows today, and you should definitely get over there and subscribe to him. And then later in the evening hours, there's always American Joe that we go to. He does shows. And,
he'll be on tonight.
Yep. He will be on tonight.
American Joe will be on tonight at 9 o'clock. He does the Patriot Report at 9 o'clock on Friday nights. So a lot of you guys are subbed to the American Joe show, but if you're not, take a minute to sub to him. We always have a great time over there at Joe's. Hey, Duke. Duke Rawl in the house.
What's up,
We're
Duke?
getting ready to shut this one down, but thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you all for coming.
You're probably going to take us out with a song, Watchful.
Yeah, man. That's what I do. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. I dipped out, Amy. Ha ha.
Okay, I'm dipping out.
No, you're not. You stay still. Hold the line, Amy. Yeah. See you guys soon.